This is The Launch, episode 39 for October 28th, 2025. Streaming from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast, we greet you all a good morning, a good evening, or whenever your timeline may fall, time-appropriate greetings. Indeed, to one and all, this is The Launch, and my name is Chris.
And I'm Angela.
Hello, Angers. Here's a few things we want everyone to know. We'd love it if you gave us a call. You can do it while we're live, or you can call us and leave us a voicemail after the show. That phone number is 774-462-5667. That's 774-462-5667. Join us live, make it a vibe. We're live on a Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. UTC at jblive.tv or your podcasting 2.0 app of choice, and now on the tubes as well. Then we release for Wednesdays with Editor Drew's Loves and Touches for your ears. And I invite you to join us over at weeklylaunch.rocks for links to what we talk about, our chat room, and more, which we'll be talking about later today. Get a direct line to us with that phone line or that mumble room. We have details for that at the website. Again, that's weeklylaunch.rocks. Well, Andrews, rumor has it you've fallen down the rabbit hole of another favorite series.
Yes. Again, I think I briefly mentioned it last week, but I wanted to expand on it a little bit. So I started reading the Silo series a year and a half ago or so. It was part of the book club at my work. The Slack channel is get-lit. And, get literature. Yeah, I really loved the first book and ended up, nobody else continued on with the series. But
did you pause at that point and switch to the TV show?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No. I read the whole series so at the time that I was reading the first book, you and Hadia were watching
the series,
the first season. Mm-hmm. And so, no, I waited till I finished the whole series reading it. And then I watched season 1, and then I rewatched season 1 last year. And I'm going to rewatch season 1 again here soon.
So you don't mind swapping between the book and the TV show, huh?
No, I do.
Oh.
I do mind. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to get through the series again before. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure. But I am reading it, and I love it.
That's usually a pretty tricky thing to do.
It is.
Switch between the book.
It is, especially because some of the characters are different, just completely different, in the show.
Or combined
than the
or
book.
whatever.
Yeah. So the cool thing about book 1 is it has an epilogue at the end of the book. And it is the author talking about how we're obsessed with end of days and the different themes
Says
over
the person
decades.
writing the Silo series. That's interesting.
For sure. Well, so the Silo, this is mentioned in the epilogue. He actually wrote this as just a short story. He just sat down to write because his dog had just died and he was in pain. So he just started writing this story. He posted it on somewhere for 99 cents and it started getting a bunch of downloads. Word of mouth spread it, and he made he sold 1,000 copies.
Wow.
And the reviews were, where's the rest of it? And so that's when he decided to write the rest of the book. And that, I think that ended up being his 6th book, the Silo book 1.
Do the books move slow? I find the TV series, literally, I would say 60% of an episode is slow-mo. I'm not kidding when I say it figuratively moves slow, it narratively moves slow, and it visually moves slow.
Well, I don't know, because I've already read it, I know what's going to happen.
Oh, true.
So it's kind of hard to determine. Yeah. But when I rewatch it, I'll let you know. I will say that it starts with deaths, and it's it's jolting. It makes you want to throw the book away, or the skipping timelines. That really bothers me too. We're 100 years, and then 100 years forward, and then 100 years back.
Yeah, you're
every other chapter
invested in this space, and
right?
Now,
yeah. Sometimes I don't like that, or most of the time I don't like jumping around. But
yeah,
and then book 2 is like a prequel. So it just doesn't have any of the original characters in book 1.
Huh.
And it just, but I am really enjoying it again. I was wondering why I like dystopian novels.
Does the epilogue make you think why, maybe? Is there something in there that made you think why it's appealing?
Well, yes, but I can't quite figure, I don't quite have the words
I wonder if it's because it's we have a general sense that, our world is built on growth and always expansion, and that's impossible, and that eventually this is not sustainable. Something's going to change, and if we don't do it in a measured, kind of honest way, it could be more of a collapse than the transition.
Yeah.
And these sort of show us what it might look after that collapse happened and how life would go on.
So it suggests that we've already not figured everything out, but like explored things. Like we're not afraid of the wilderness per se, right?
Yeah.
But
we do have a lot easier in some senses.
In a post-apocalyptic world, the whole landscape literally changes, and there's new challenges. You know, we're all just too comfortable, and that might be the draw to.
Well, move into an RV.
Right. So I started book 2 a couple days ago. I started book 1 a couple weeks ago, and now I'm on book 2.
Cool.
Of 3.
Oh man, I love a good series.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed the Expanse series. There's been a few. So here's what I want. I need a new book series. Right now, I'm re-listening to a famous classic that I've listened to before. It's an audiobook at night. I just look for something fun, easy, something that won't disturb your sleep. Send it in. Send us a boost. Or a web zap. We'll have more on that in the future. And give me a few suggestions for a series I could listen to in the evening.
I didn't know that you liked series. Because I love series.
Yeah, it's something probably I'd say in the last year or two.
Huh.
Yeah, as I've been looking for books in the evening that I'm like, I'm going to strap down and I'm going to get into this for like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
This is like...
Yeah, right? I hate just reading one book and having it be over.
Yeah.
Like, although I am going to reread The Ferryman. That's a good one. It's not a series. It's just a single book, but it is dystopian and fun.
It doesn't have to be dystopian. Let me know. I love sci-fi. All those kinds of things. Doesn't have to be sci-fi either, though. Boost it in. Appreciate that. All right, this is a bit of a crazy idea that I have had. I am hallucinating a plan to solve my sleep.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I'd say 3 years ago, I was a pro sleeper. In fact, the kids used to give me...
What?
3-4 years ago, yeah. I nailed it for like 6...
Really?
Oh, it
Good
was
for
great.
You.
Oh,
That's insane. I didn't think
wonderful.
you ever had achieved that.
I know. Well, I was... But, of course, it's funny because Dylan would constantly razz me because I'd be going to bed at like 9:30 and be like, Dad, But as time has gone on in the last couple of years, it's just progressively... And when I say nailed it, I was getting... at least 8 hours a night. I was sleeping with my CPAP mask every single night, waking up feeling like I'd got enough sleep. But for like the last 2 years or a year and a half, I've been developing all kinds of really horrible sleep problems. It started with just insomnia that would hit me about once or twice a week, which I've never had insomnia before. And that was a new thing to deal with. Then restless leg syndrome started building up over the last year.
Magnesium deficiency. Both of those.
I wonder, but I take magnesium supplements at night.
Which one? Glycinate?
Yeah. But I need to look into that more. I've also heard iron.
Most people with ADHD have low iron.
Yeah, I could see that. So that's been getting so bad that it's like when I heard about restless leg syndrome, I'm like, there's a medication for that? Like, how bad can that be? Go take a walk. It doesn't matter. I can walk 10 miles. I can physically exhaust myself that day, and I still have horrible restless leg syndrome. But also my arms flail all over the place.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all on Ambien.
And that's a thing. My legs, it's bad.
Right, but you're not taking Ambien or anything.
No. No, I don't even take melatonin. Maybe once or twice a year. What I've been doing, just because I don't really know what the core problem is, and I'm not really great at pattern recognition on my own behaviors, so I started just over the last 6 months having casual conversations with ChatGPT. And at first, I was really apprehensive about this because I don't like the general idea of them collecting this data about me. Not a fan of that. But I sort of, as time went on, started telling it a bit about what was going on and asking it for ideas and suggestions. And it started, in the most recent conversations, pointing out a few trends it had noticed from our previous conversations. And it dawned on me, maybe I could leverage this. So I started thinking, well, I sleep every night with an Apple Watch, and I track my sleep. And I have 6-7 years or whatever it's been of sleep data on here. and I have definitely the last 2 years of really bad sleep, 6, 7. And so I got this app, and if you're interested in this, I think it's a pretty good app.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's called Health Auto Export.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets you export any of your health stuff or all of your health stuff to CSV file or JSON.
Okay.
And you can also specify a date range, or you can say all of your data.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did, I don't recommend you do this necessarily, but I grabbed all of my sleep data for 2025, and then I imported that into ChatGPT and had it crunch on the data and analyze it and try to find out trends and give me some sleep stats. So I have a variability on average. These are all averages. A variability of 4 hours a night of sleep that I get. I get sometimes there's a 4 hour variability in my 4 hours of variability in my sleep. Lots of time in bed, but not asleep.
Mm-hmm.
On average, I awake about 8.3 times per night.
Mm-hmm.
Weekends are slightly better. I'm in bed for 10 hours with an efficiency of, out of 1, an efficiency of 0.6. On weekends, I'm in bed for an average of 9 hours with an efficiency of 0.7. Interesting. But big swings night to night, and the trends are getting worse, including one of the stats that ChatGPT is focused on is wake after initial sleep, or WASO as it calls it, and it shows some more fragmented sleep, and it shows that fragmentation is increasing with time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, well, if you know my sleep trends, you have my sleep data, could we create a 7-night sleep optimization sprint?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, recall our previous chats about my sleep, my restlessness, health data that you've now imported and chewed on, and create a 7-day plan that starts tomorrow night and tries to improve my sleep in a way that you can measure after the fact. I don't want any generic advice, but tailored advice with a tight, easy-to-execute action plan. And with a goal to improve sleep efficiency, et cetera, et cetera. And then, after the end of the 7 days, I'm going to come back to you, and I'm going to load the last 7 days of sleep data, and we're going to see what worked and didn't work. It's sort of a way to sort of troubleshoot my way through the sleep problem. It could take a while, but if every 7 days I check in this thread and I say, okay, here's the latest sleep data, what worked, what didn't work. So it created a 7-day plan, and day 1 is kind of like a reset the clock and just say a baseline bedtime, 9:30, 10 p.m., and also a couple of adjustments to my sleep tracking so I get accurate data capture. And then day 2, which actually starts tonight, is lower. What is that?
Cortisol.
Thank you. Cortisol before bed.
Yeah.
So no work or scrolling.
Or stress. Like, just try to be calm and not, get triggered by anything.
It wants me to do breathing before bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some deep box breathing is really good.
And then some gentle neck and hamstring and shoulder stretches for 3 minutes. Trying to get my wake after sleep down. Day 3 is stimulus control.
Yeah. So retrain your body to associate bed equals sleep. Because, laying in bed for 10 hours, but only sleeping for 4.
Yeah.
That your body's probably confused about the purpose of being in bed.
Perhaps. So no TV or podcast or audiobook once in bed.
What?
I know.
Oh.
I know. It did suggest adding white noise, but I already have white noise. And then day 4 is energy curve alignment. Move early, wind down early. So I have to take an early outdoor walk. Well, before 4 p.m. Avoid late evening caffeine or excess water, which I already do.
Okay.
And then maintain the magnesium routine, but I'm going to double check what type of magnesium it is.
Yeah.
And then day 5, cognitive cool down. A quiet mental loops that cause restlessness. So 10-minute journal, which I think what I'm going to do is more like task list of like, this is what's on my brain of things that need to be done.
to-do lists. Yeah.
And then they say some sort of neutral audio that is sort of like chills you out.
Yeah, I have lyricless music playlists
that I could see
that I put on just because, and I've heard them so many times that it just doesn't. I don't pay attention actively.
Yeah, or like an ambient
kind of sounds. Yeah.
Day 6. This is interesting. Light therapy. So morning, 10 to 15 minutes sunlight within an hour of waking. Which the sun isn't even up within an hour of waking.
Right. So, and especially we have daylight savings this coming weekend. Actually, I guess it will be lighter
It would be better,
earlier.
but I'll already be past. Well,
yeah.
Man, this might line up actually.
Yeah.
This might actually be fine.
Even if it's overcast, you're still getting some benefit of the sun.
Yeah. And then day 7, last day, consolidate and review. Same bed wake times, short reflection, rank each habit 1 to 5, then export the CSV file, upload it here, and then it'll go through.
So it wants you to do each of these, not every day. Like these are just
Yeah, I think that was what I think.
Do you build them?
I think I'm going to.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'm going to compound them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily, it didn't specify that, and that was probably a lack of my prompt.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have had it be more clear about that. And
right.
that's
where
these
AI
tools
failed.
Right. Well,
it
is in the sense that you don't know what you don't know, and it doesn't know what you don't know, so it'll miss it.
And
you don't know
it
missed it. Yeah, the blind leading the blind. Dummies all the way down. So this dummy's gonna try like going back and forth with it, and then what I figure is like it's probably not gonna be perfect in the first 7 days, but 2 or 3 weeks into it, maybe I'm gonna be onto something. And at first I was like, oh my god, 3 weeks. I'm like, dude, you're like 2 years into like this being awful. 3 weeks isn't so bad.
Right? I'm actually at 3 weeks of supplementing iron again. And in 3 weeks, I can get it tested and see how well I'm doing. So
it takes a while.
It does, but it went by so fast. Like, yeah, implement it now. Don't wait. Just implement it now. Just start doing it. So
I started day 1 already because there's not much to it other than go to bed at the right time. But so I hopefully will have a report in the next episode of how it went. I'm interested to know if an LLM can be useful in this way. Because you could think other health habits that you could probably apply and measure, like steps and walking, anything that a health tracking device you can record and export. You could then work with one of these LLMs to create a plan and then go back and measure it. That seems to me to be the particularly useful part is you can actually measure the results at the end of the 7 days and see what worked and didn't work.
Yep.
That's bonkers. So hopefully it works. Who knows? I'm ready for anything at this point.
Well, I'm just going to make a quick call to my launch. I haven't checked in since yesterday. 774-462-5667. That's it. All right. 774-462-5667. Call now.
Don't worry. I love that jingle so much I'm going to play it again, but we are about to play our track of the week. We have a caller waiting now, and if you want to call in and talk to us live, you absolutely can. The voicemail is also open, so if you're listening after the fact, don't worry. You could call in after the song and leave us a voicemail just like a live caller did. It counts just as much. That's 774-462-5667. And before we get to the track of the week, Hank wants to make one more thing obvious and remind you that if you boost during the music, 95% of your sats support the artist that created that track.
Now's the time. It's the song of the week. Remember, you can boost the track. They sure like that.
This seemed appropriate. Our track this week is by Arthur Yoria, I think is Yoria, maybe is how you say his name. Yoria, probably. Yoria. Yoria. Arthur Yoria. And the track name, how perfect is this? Sleep is on the way.
Made a wish and now it's over. Took the blame, but who do you turn to when the feeling is not so intense? It only hurts now and then. The owner says I can't stay. Sleep is on the way, so if you would be gentle, say your name just one more time. This will be simple once again, but who do you turn to when the feeling is not so intense? It only hurts now and then. The owner says it can't stay. Sleep is on the way. The feeling is not so intense. It only hurts now and then. Says I can't stay. Sleep is on the way. Sleep is on the way. Sleep is on the way. 1, 2, 3. Once again, but who do you turn to when the feeling is not so intense? It only hurts now and then. The owner says I can't stay. is on the way. Sleep is on the way. Sleep is on the way.
Well, I'm just going to make a quick call to my launch. I haven't checked in since yesterday. 774-462-5667. That's it. All right. 774-462-5667. Call now.
Told you to hear it twice.
And now, on with the show.
All right, we have a live caller. I'm going to get that going here. Oh! Papa! I like that one. We should play that one more often. All right. Let's pull him in, Andrews. I'm going to hit the button here. Stand by as it makes a connection. Caller who's been waiting on the online for 11 minutes or something like that. Who do we have there? Caller, are you there? Hello.
Hey, Chris and Angela, this is our podcast.
Hello. Hello, our podcast.
Finally, I can call in this live. I don't have a work meeting destroying my afternoon, so listen in.
They are afternoon wreckers. I don't know if you're this kind of guy, but I'm the type of personality that if I have a meeting, say, at 1 p.m., I'm not getting anything important
It's
done.
not your personality. It's your ADHD.
That's what
You're dreading it.
Yeah, I can't start a big project because,
Yeah.
Eric, what if I got in the flow? If I'm in the flow and then all of a sudden I got to stop for the meeting, so I can't risk flow state. You know what I mean? Is this you or do you not have this problem?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Wednesdays are my day of hell for meetings, so I don't get anything done on Wednesdays, but I get it. Totally get it.
Yeah, I stack them on Thursdays. I generally stack the calls on Thursdays, yeah.
Good for you. I wish I could stack them all in more than one day, but I digress. I have a very probably silly question about some AI stuff I've been thinking about, which is not nearly as productive as what you're trying to do to solve your sleep, but bear with me here, since you are easily the most creative person I've ever seen online with all this stuff. If you recall, what was it, about a month ago, I had asked for that advice about generating the songs of AI, that kind of like what you do, and that was really helpful. It was kind of a big hit at the conference I went to, but I wanted to take it up another notch.
Nice.
I want to do something kind of silly, inspired by a lot of the classic sitcoms like Seinfeld, Everybody Loves Raymond, all those fun ones. I want to generate a funny kind of sitcom set of quotes for data science jokes, but use the voices of famous characters from TV shows.
Yeah, I see where you're going. Sure. Okay.
So if you think where I'm stitching with this, I want to do what you just did with Hank Hill, but for my kind of data science jokes. But first, I got to generate the jokes themselves. So first question, which model do you think would be good for just generating the text around, comedy jokes or stuff like that?
I mean, assuming you primed it, with some themes and whatnot, and you gave it a good prime, a lot of them would do this. Grok and ChatGPT 5 would probably handle this just fine. I might try Grok first just because it tends to be a bit spicier and, a little bit more sarcastic. And then for the voices, that's a tricky one. To really do this right, I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to get some sample isolations of the voices you want to clone and get clips of them and probably several minutes worth of just the voices without other people interrupting or talking over or too much music. And then it's not very much money to get an 11 Labs. Their Pro, which I have been coveting getting their Pro subscription, has a very interesting voice cloner system where you can do something really quick and that's okay, that takes about 30 seconds, or you can supply it really good source audio to clone a voice. And they do this with the intention for podcasters to clone their own voice so that way you could, have it read something that sounds like you. And they also, another things that 11 Labs has been specializing in is agents that you can have answer the phone. So these voices are pretty good. And one of their specialties is voice cloning. So and I think the Pro subscription is like $10 a month. It's not too unreasonable to get in on that. But you would have to have the clips to get the really good stuff.
Well, imagine I'm creative, i.e. I have saved clips of old TV shows like King of the Hill or Raymond, and I could just use that, rip it a bit, and put it together, possibly as a voiceover?
Here's a demo. So this is the original voice.
All right, so get this. I'm at this new cafe downtown, trying to act all sophisticated with an espresso, you know.
And here's the clone voice.
All right, so get this. I'm at this new cafe downtown, trying to act all sophisticated with an espresso, you know. And I'm sitting there.
It's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
So that could be.
I think
I'd love to know how it goes.
I think this is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try it.
That's fun.
Yeah, if you do it, let us know. Let us know the results, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do it. And it's going to be for a very, I guess, either techie crowd in life sciences. So who knows if the jokes will actually land. But I had tried something like this last year or 2 years ago when I did kind of a battle rap between users of R, Python, and SAS. And it was actually a pretty big hit. So I think I can take it up a notch here.
Well, our podcast is always good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the great advice. And every time I do either conference presentations or whatnot, I always find a way to plug JB one way or another.
Oh,
So
thank
Nice.
you.
trying
Thank
to pay
you.
it forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling, too.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, we got one. You hear that jingle? That means we got one more caller there, Andrew. Should I try pulling him in? A California Dreamin'?
Yep.
California Dreamin'. I don't know how any of this works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you.
California Dreamin', are you there? Hello? California.
Hello.
Oh, it's
This
not
is
California.
Adversaries 17.
Adversaries,
I'm not California,
you're not in California. We have, look at all these
Lagrange.
skulls going on. Well, Adversaries, it's great to hear from you. Hello.
Hello. I believe earlier you were asking for some books to read.
Yeah,
On
you got
the
a
sci-fi
series or book?
variety, there's Peter F. Hamilton is a fantastic writer. You may want to look in some of his books. He's got several different series. And on good authority, once you start one, it's very difficult to quit. So,
Okay, all right.
good luck.
Are these?
That's fun.
So he's what is he? A sci-fi author?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peter F.
Click on
Hamilton.
books, like the second tab in books, and you'll see by the covers.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some space
Right?
covers. Yeah, I see space covers. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I think I know a couple of these actually. I don't know if I've read them, but I think I recognize them. All right, that's good. That's solid. I'm writing that down. Thank you.
Very well-developed characters and a very thick plot. Not like thick and difficult to follow, but there's a lot going on, and there's several different plots. Have you seen The Expanse?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I love The Expanse.
Okay, so similar style.
Really, you don't say. That is appealing. That is very appealing. All right, I like that tip. I like that a lot. Where are you at right now? I mean, are you on a break? Are you on work? Are you at home? Are you on a boat? Like, what are you doing right now?
I'm at home.
Okay.
I took today off just as
Oh.
a personal mental health day.
And we get the treat of
So-
you calling. That's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you deserve it too. I know that. I mean, your work. I don't know if they have any questions or anything. You just or whoever. You just have them contact me. If anybody gives you a hard time, you send them.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Hey
right.
guys, talk to this guy out
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Washington.
We'll write the doctor's note.
And they'll say, "Who the hell is he?" And you say,
Yeah.
"He's a podcaster, and he gave me this note." And then, yeah, I'll write something up for you. It's fine. We can.
He's
PDF
actually a professional on solving sleep insomnia problems now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a vibe sleep consultant.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Oh,
Well, thank you for calling.
oh yeah.
Is there anything else before I hang up? Or at least I attempt to hang up on you and not me.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything else, but
Okay.
yeah, don't hang up on yourself.
That's
Maybe
embarrassing.
there's another caller in there.
I know. All right. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. Call again.
Likewise.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. I'll try. I think I got it. I don't
Yep.
think I hung up on us.
Nope.
Whew. Nice. That feels good. You know, when you get it right.
Yes.
That feels like I did something, Ange. Feels like I did something right. I like that. All right. Here we go. All right, first up on the voicemail list, we have, I think it's Jasco, and he's in California, at least, I believe.
Okay.
Hi, Chris and Angela. This is Jasco calling from Sacramento, California. Had a great time meeting, well, at least Chris up at Linux Fest Northwest earlier this year. I just finished listening to your latest show. Happy to have it back. Love the lunch. But Chris, you had mentioned getting car parts, ordering them. And buying cheap cars, I've learned that the best site for getting the best way of getting car parts is rockauto.com.
Oh,
I mean, they're not the fastest shipping, but they've got everything. They break it down by like the economy and
This is a good
premium
tip.
and all that. And they've got
Wow.
kits for you. Like I was looking for replacing my rear struts, and you
Wow.
could just buy the cylinder, or you could get the whole assembly, and it was just as expensive to get the whole assembly, so I just went with that. Yeah, no complaints there, and they send you a cute little fridge magnet in just about every order. I've gotten some where it was too small to include it, but yeah, rockauto.com.
This is good.
As for Amazon, I've done the have a friend ship it to you, or buy it for you, ship it to them, then drive by their house, pick it up. But if I really need it and don't want to, work that out with a friend, I just get the 1 month subscription, grab a whole bunch of things, and then once it arrives, cancel the subscription. So a lot of the time I forget to do that. Cancel it.
That is the trick, isn't it? Rock Auto. I've heard it before. I forgot about this. This is so good. Here's a little price test. So liquid Molygen, which is the fancy boy oil that I put in my vehicle because it's a Volkswagen that wants to tear itself apart constantly. This is interesting. So it's $17 for a bottle of this stuff from Amazon, just as a benchmark.
Okay.
And from Rock Auto, it's $10.20.
Wow.
And so that kind of gives you a discount of the price differential. It's not the prettiest website, but if you need to buy parts for your car, I've heard other people mention Rock Auto. I completely have forgotten about it and putting this on my list of things that I will be checking in the future. It
is a crazy good website too. It is like the Amazon of auto parts. It's so well organized.
So what do you think? I've so far have made the decision to hold on to all of our cars because they're all 3 paid off.
Mm-hmm.
But my GTI has 80,000 miles on it. And they usually start falling apart around 90, 100.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Is that crazy to you? 80,000 miles on my...
Okay. Yeah. No.
2018.
Yes and no. Yeah.
It's a 2018.
Yeah.
I
just hit 30,000 on my 2022.
Hadia's is about 190. And the Volvo just is rolling over to 190 probably this week.
Oh, wow.
So they're all really up there in mileage.
Yeah.
And they're all getting to the point where like rubber gaskets are going to start failing, belts are going to start failing.
So what's the question?
Well, so the question it's like, do you think it's worth adding up my maintenance costs, adding up my insurance, and seeing if that exceeds, and gas, and seeing if that exceeds the cost of a new car payment?
So
I think there's value to not having a car payment, but I don't know what the premium of that is
Right.
versus what I'm spending to maintain old cars.
No, for sure. And I was there with my MDX, right? Like there was a lot of maintenance needing to happen, and I wanted a new car, and then I was forced to get a different car in the meantime. I don't know. Have you lowered your insurance coverage since you're not since you are the owner of the vehicle now?
I think maybe on the Volvo, not the GTI, but yeah. I don't know. I love not having a car payment, but I'm feeling like basically they're constantly needing maintenance now.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Right.
And that gets old really quick. It's like, geez, I'm never getting ahead.
Yeah. I mean, the worst I'm having is just tire problems.
Maybe Rock Auto will be the solution. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
All right, our next call
that's so cool.
is Mark, and I believe he's in Michigan.
Hey guys, Mark, Northern Michigan here, calling in on my drive home. Just so thankful I have you guys to listen to. So you want to know why we're living 25 miles from anywhere in Northern Michigan?
Yeah.
Well, we're campers, and we used to have a seasonal camping spot up in the area, and found a property that we absolutely love.
Oh, yeah.
It was during COVID. We moved our fifth wheel over to that property to make it become our seasonal campground spot that we own. But it was COVID. My wife was working permanently remote. I had to be in the office 1 day a week, and our youngest was graduating high school. We said, hey,
why should we wait until we retire to live where we want to live? So we sold our house and moved and lived our fifth wheel for a year. That summer we moved up there.
Wow.
And lived in our fifth wheel for a year while we decided what's next, and we built a house. We love it. We have 20 acres, mostly pine trees.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Only downfall is the week we were closing on our house, my boss informed me that we were going back to 2 days a week. That kind of sucked. And then a year later, it went to 3 days a week. So I had to travel all the way downstate one morning, spend the night at my in-laws for a couple nights, and drive back. And like I said, thank that I get to listen to you guys. And thanks for the tips on eating out. My wife and I love to eat out. We're going to be looking for some places. If you got a tip for a great, real Japanese restaurant, love to hear it. Talk to you soon.
Oh.
Out.
Is he talking about locally?
Yeah, because remember they're visiting Vancouver.
This is the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I love Tokyo House, but I don't know if there's one in Seattle.
Oh. Yeah.
It's good. Boy, Mark, that was an adventure. I'm curious what you did for internet while you were out there. If you had Starlink or if you had your cellular.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Back to the car thing.
Mm-hmm.
No car payment is going to be cheap.
No,
like they just it's just accepted that they're going to be minimum.
It's crazy.
But then also we're maybe going to have
Lower
Dylan
rates.
driving.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to skyrocket.
Well, but that's another factor. That's a fourth vehicle. Dylan's vehicle has 300,000 miles on it.
Right.
So it's a fourth vehicle with super high mileage. That was what sent me spiraling when I thought about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have 4 cars.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like they're all old. But I just I don't want a $600 payment, and I don't want $400, $300 a month insurance or whatever it's going to be.
Right. Well, you want to keep the younger Dylan assigned to the oldest car. That will be the lowest premium impact.
And what crossed my mind is if I could get, I don't know if I would do this, so bear this in mind. But say I took my GTI in and got a good trade-in value on it because it still has some value to it, and got a Volkswagen EV, and I just use that for commuting to the studio. And then I don't even buy gas anymore. Because, if I go on a long drive, then I take a Dia's gas car. Mm-hmm. But if I'm going on just driving back to the studio and home, like I do 6 days a week, then why not EV it? I don't know. The idea of not having to replace oil, reduced maintenance costs, and not having to buy gas.
Well, I don't understand why an EV vehicle wouldn't need any oil.
There's no oil.
Really? None?
No.
Oh, okay, because it's not a hybrid. I was thinking of a hybrid.
Right.
Okay.
There's fluids and there's coolants, but those are pretty low.
Yeah.
Those are pretty low maintenance. And then tires and brakes.
Yeah, and the battery when it dies.
Yeah, but that could be a decade.
Yeah, no, I know.
So it's I don't know. That's been on my mind. All right. Moving on. Captain T calls in. I think he's in Central Michigan.
Hey, gang. This is Captain T from Central Michigan. Listen, I just came into possession of some older computers and thinking of starting a home lab. Home assistants. I got a bunch of Wise cameras and an old Buffalo Station router. And just looking for some suggestions on what I can run on these 8 gig of RAM, 500 gig spinning hard drive, Lenovo M720Qs. Let me know. All right. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you got a lot of options. You have a lot of options there. You might want to start with something simple like a basic Debian or, something like an Unraid, maybe even easier. And by the way, they're a sponsor of Unplugged. Or a FreeNAS. It's sort of a management NAS OS. If you want to make them into desktops, really, Fedora could be. I mean, there's so many great options there. They're actually, you're in a pretty good position. The RAM's a little tight, but that's a really good one. There's endless possibilities. If you want to do a home lab, create a little Plex server or a Jellyfin server. So that would be my 3 recommendations. If you want to make it a server, check out Unraid or FreeNAS. If you want to make it a desktop, check out Ubuntu or Debian or Fedora. And if you want to make it something like a media server, do Jellyfin. That's such a great. It's like almost too many options. Captain T, let us know how it goes. Speaking of adversaries,
hey,
there he
Chris
is.
and Andrews, it's Adversary 17 checking in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to the episode where I believe it's 37, where you guys are talking about what do you do when power goes out. Well, first thing I'm going to do is fire up my portable generator because I won't have water or heat without any power due to being in the middle of nowhere. So probably the first thing. Then we'll fire up some candles. If it's prolonged outage, then I'll probably get some wood and put it in the fireplace and start a nice cozy fire to keep the house warm. But after that, not really sure. Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer than necessary. Also, I'm still waiting on a call during the live show from you guys. Chris, you've been talking about calling people and seeing if you could if they'd pick up or cold calling them. I'm still happy to be on that list. So what's taking you so long?
Yeah, where do we have that
Anyway,
list?
keep doing the show. Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
You called me. That worked better, I thought. I thought that worked better. So we had a power outage this last weekend, and it wasn't too bad. I was really glad to have the diesel heater because that doesn't require very much power and just requires diesel fuel. But I was slightly concerned because they said it was going to take 2 days to restore the power. Well, this is probably the last trip of the RV for the winter.
Oh, yeah,
and we
for
park
sure.
and, we huddle down. And one of the things you have to consider with an RV is if you're storing it over the winter, the fuel will go bad.
Oh.
Because we put corn in our fuel. So it makes the fuel go bad.
Huh.
And one of the things you can do is you can add a stabilizer product.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other things you should consider doing is filling the tank. Because if you don't fill the gas tank, it leaves room for moisture to accumulate and rust and gunk to accumulate on the inside of the tank. But if you fill it, there's no room for that moisture.
Right.
So, boy, oh boy, I'm like, I got it figured out. We'll go out, we'll do our Halloween camping out in the woods, and then on our way back, there's a great gas station. I'll fill up before we park for the winter. No problem. So we're rolling into the campground. I'm like, oh, look at me. Just enough gas to get to the campground and down to the fuel station.
Oh, gosh.
We're going to be good. Then the power goes out. Well, the way the generator works on the RV is it pulls from the master tank.
Of course.
Right? Why have multiple tanks?
Right.
And to make sure you have enough fuel to drive, they automatically cut the generator off when you're at like the last notch before the red, like the last quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
They cut off the generator. And I was right at what we just refer to as generator cutoff.
Sure.
And so I'm like, it's fine. We're at a campground. We're going to have power.
Right.
And I thought, well, it is stormy. Nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then the power goes out and I check their website and it says a 2-day outage. And I'm like,
oops.
Uh-oh. Crap. Thankfully, it came back on later that morning. So it was a little exciting. All right, we got another call about power outages. Linux 412 called in.
Hey, launch crew. This is 412 Linux calling in because I wanted to touch base on the power outage conversation. Next to ensuring that my family is safe, the most important item that I have to do after that is ensure I have battery backup for my CPAP machine. There's nothing scarier than not having power because, frankly, I'm not going to sleep at night. So as a 20-year CPAP user, I have a battery backup specifically for that device. If I get sleep, then everything else is going to go A-OK.
Yes.
Anyhow, enjoy the show. And P.S., Ange, I also took advantage of the 92% discount on Amazon.
Nice.
And this will be my last year with Prime. So anyhow, have a good show. Thanks.
Nice prime move. I agree with you on the sleep. I think Colonel's still in our bumper room too. Let's see if I can pull him into this. See if I get all that wired up. Okay. Hey, Typical, are you still there?
I am indeed.
Hello, sir.
So how are you doing?
I'm all right. Actually, last night slept pretty good. So I mean, not great.
What was your sleep score?
Oh yeah, good question. I don't know if I have my. Can you tell on the watch?
I earned. I don't know. I don't use my watch for anything. I earned a 97.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
I've never gotten that high of a number ever. No.
Did not achieve 8 hours. I do try to get 8 hours. I only got 7.5. But
I got an 87, which is really good for me.
That is really good.
So I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Colonel?
I'm doing all right. So a couple of things that might help with your sleep. So one of the things I looked into the restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
And depending on the person, there is actual restless leg syndrome, but you can get a condition that mimics it if your electrolytes are out of whack.
Yes.
And it's not just a lack of potassium or a lack of magnesium. It's actually the ratio of the two for your calcium ion gates in your cells and whatnot.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. So just taking one, you might have plenty of that, but not enough of the other.
So should I take it with like an electrolyte drink at night?
So that was going to be my next recommendation is there's an electrolyte drink that I really like because it doesn't have just the standard mineral stuff they put in there. It
Is it
actually
ice?
has trace. No, it's trace minerals.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And they make one that is sugar free, comes in packets. You mix it in water, comes all pre-dosed, and it's called Zeolite.
Zeolite. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's zero sugar. They use stevia, not an artificial sweetener, and it has a pretty good electrolyte blend.
Okay.
That has been my go-to for hydration for a long time now. I have a bunch of different hydration powders and mixes that I use, but that one, if I'm really trying to just bulk the hydration, that's what I go to.
So it's a powder, not a drop? Because I see a dropper on Amazon.
Right. So Trace Minerals, they make a bunch of different things. So they make one that is a liquid that you put drops into water. That one is unflavored. Supposedly,
No,
it
it's
definitely
not.
has a flavor.
No, I have
No,
it.
it definitely
tastes
has
like
a flavor.
dirt. It tastes like dirt.
Does
I
it?
have it.
No, it
Yeah,
does.
I have it at home.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is they say it's unflavored, but that means they haven't added flavor. It definitely has a flavor.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And even their Zeolite product, that one, it tastes salty, but it's the first time you drink it, it's like, whoa, this is salty. But then what I have found is that my brain starts to associate that taste with hydration and actually start to crave it.
Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Berg has stated to load up on salt before bedtime.
Really?
Yeah, because salt is
Weird.
what allows us to be hydrated.
I know that, but I'd just be worried about having to pee all night.
That is a symptom of dehydration, though.
Oh, okay. So if you're drinking, okay. All right. So that's something I got to look into. Zeolite. All right.
Yep. Specifically from Trace Minerals.
From Trace Minerals.
And you can look at some of their other products as well. I have not seen any product they put out be bad. Just be aware that different products are meant for different things.
Of course.
And they're pretty good about telling you that on their site. So.
Okay. And is it a Zeolite? Is it like a tub with a scooper, or is it like?
So it comes both ways. So it comes with the individual packets. So like a single dose packet, or it also comes as a tub.
Okay.
I've always gotten the packets. They come in like a combo flavor pack.
I want the packets.
Yeah, just because it's so much easier. And I have so many different things that I mix into water that if I got the tub, it could go bad before I use it all. That's the other reason I go with the packets.
Yeah, okay.
You had also been talking about the type of magnesium that you're taking. The magnesium that I recommended to you a while ago, which Andrews, if he is taking the one that I recommended to him, it is a chelated.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, it's a specialty form of a chelated magnesium that is ultra absorption. So that's like best you can buy.
Okay.
So, but there is another type of magnesium, which I may or may not have mentioned to you at the time. So the one you're taking now, assuming it's the same one, is a magnesium glycinate formulation. The other one you can look for that will specifically help with sleep is magnesium threonate.
Oh yes, yeah, I have that.
Magnesium is it turinate? TAU, or is
no?
It's threonate, like COR, like THEREONATE. I can't spell, but yeah, okay, I see. I got you. Threonate. All right.
Yeah, because the magnesium threonate is the only one that will cross the blood-brain barrier. And crossing the blood-brain barrier, one of the primary minerals that your body will use to get rid of caffeine and other central nervous system stimulants is magnesium. So by putting that magnesium directly into the brain, it can actually help with getting that caffeine out of your brain faster, allowing the GABA system to activate. Because you have two primary systems in the body. You have the cortisol system. That's what keeps you awake and moving and doing things. Then you have the GABA system. That's your go to sleep, regenerate, detox. That's that system. There's multiple factors that control how far you are into either one of those systems. But one of the other things that you might look at is, and I don't have a specific recommendation, but something to, I guess, feed the AI would be the super vagus nerve. It's this information highway for all of your hormonal stuff. So you could try, there's different breathing exercises and hot, cold exercises and stuff like that can help tone your vagus nerve. And then that helps to have those systems better communicate so they can turn off and on.
The old vagus nerve. My wife mentioned that to me recently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is good news. I mean, this is all very useful. So I need to go buy a bunch of products now.
And then the other thing too is the AI was talking about, making sure you get light and everything. One of the things a lot of people don't realize is that it's the type of light, but it's also the intensity of light.
Sure.
So if you take actual sunlight, even on a cloudy day, is going to trigger those brain mechanisms better than, say, like a happy light or a daylight bulb or something like that you stick on your desk. Because it's a fuller spectrum, it's a more intense light, and it's not just your optic nerve, but it's also the more skin that you can expose to the sunlight.
Oh.
That will also make a difference.
So you're saying I should go out there and take my shirt off and walk around like an adventurer? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, if you do that, you got to go all the way and make sure we post it on the JB After Dark feed. And,
we got to live stream it.
Yeah, scare all the neighbors away.
Right.
Hey, if you do that, you won't have those hunters coming up on your property. You won't have to worry about getting the drone out.
That's true. You're right. That'll scare those guys off real good. All right, I added all that stuff to my cart. I'm gonna take a look at that.
Yeah, I found a gummy of glycinate with L-threonate that I'm gonna get for Abby.
Yeah. Thank you, Colonel. I always appreciate your deep dive into the sleep stuff.
Yeah.
It's always good stuff.
Yeah, well, it's something I've struggled with all my life, so I've done a lot of research into it.
Yeah. Some of this stuff has cropped up in my conversation, so some of these things are ringing bells for me too. So yeah, absolutely appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, just remind Hadia to not go calling me Dr. Colonel.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
See ya.
All right, we have one last voicemail. It's from Mr. Magnolia.
Hey, it's Magnolia. After every show, I keep thinking, oh, yeah, that's what I was going to call in about. And then I don't. And then I think, oh, wait, there's something I was supposed to call in about. And then I don't. And then I forget. So I thought, what if I just call in and then maybe I'll remember what I was going to call in about. But, well, shit. Nope, didn't work.
It's still nice to hear from you anyways.
He's actually in the call-in queue.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I closed the call-in queue because
we closed it.
Because we're running long. But leave us a voicemail because we're running long. We have to keep moving. Because we still have a few. I have a great investment opportunity for Ange that I really want her to have an opportunity to look at. So. See, I didn't budget for any boosts because before we started the show, we had 0 boosts.
Yep.
0 boosts into the show, and I thought, oh no, we have a big hole in the show. Nobody loves us anymore. Show's doomed, and we're going to have a whole gap we got to fill with something. But that's all changed. That's all changed because during the live show, we got some great support. So let's do it.
And now, as the French say, it is time for le boost.
And our first boost is our Baller Booster by our podcast, a.k.a. Eric, who called in just a little bit ago. And it is a Baller Boost indeed. 190,000 sats.
Hey,
Woo!
rich lifestyle. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
Woo! Hi, Chris and Angela. Hope this makes it up for the slow boost week. Yes, I think it does. This is still my kid's favorite show, and he gets mad if we don't listen when the bootleg shows up in Fountain.
Gosh, that's adorable.
Appreciate that.
Yay.
Keeping the show going. Thank you very much.
And bringing in the younger generation.
Indeed. Thank you, our podcast. We always love hearing from you. Adversary 17 comes in with also a quite substantial boost, 94,208 sats.
I hoard that which your kind covet.
Paying for my voicemail. You pay, by the way. Yeah, I do pay. Yeah, so that's true. Making up. On last week's numbers were a little poor, so here's some extra love from me.
Make it so.
Yes, appreciate that. Boost! Thank you very much, adversaries. And also appreciate the call. Mick Zip came in with 20,000 sat.
Let's go.
20,000 sats from Castomatic to say, you always get me with the lowered expectation soundbite. Consider this a seed to start a Dakuta fund. Oh my God! So I showed that to Hadia last night, or the night of the launch.
Yeah.
Of that toilet sensor.
Yeah.
And she got it because I was probably telling her a week ago.
She bought it?
She guessed it. She guessed what it was.
Okay.
Because it was probably a week ago. I was telling her about my idea about a toilet sensor. It was like a week before. She's like,
Yeah.
"Is this a toilet sensor?" But then I had to explain that it was actually a camera sensor. Thank you, McZip. Appreciate it. Well, all right. We did a lot better than I thought. We had 4 of you stream sats, 4,555 sats stacked that way. So we went from 0 sats before the show went on the air to now 308,663. Woo! One of the better episodes. Actually, maybe the best ever for the show.
I was just going to say, it's a different record.
The value for value ride is a wild one, man. I tell you what, you just never know.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And we experienced both.
Yeah. In one episode.
Yeah.
In one episode. I had this whole thing I was going to blame Brent. The legal
and the
stuff.
lunch, yeah.
Yeah. It held up our pivot, and the audience I thought was revolting. But it did motivate us. I looked at the stats and I realized that about 74% of you are using an app that doesn't support Boost. That's a big chunk. Now, 26% of you are. That's also remarkable. 26% of you are using a new podcast app, and I really appreciate that. But it does mean 74% of you cannot support the show directly with Boost. So what we're going to do is set up a promo code. If it's something you've wanted to do but you just can't Boost, we'll have the Jupiter Party promo code you can use, if I can say it right. And the promo code is just simply SOS, Save Our Ship, or show. And Jupiter.party and then promo code SOS will take $4.50 off every month. It's a big discount, maybe one of the biggest, because we love the launch crew. And we figured this is, it's a tight show. It's a tight niche community. This is something we could do for you guys. And we'll have a link in the show notes for monthly and annual discounts, or just go to Jupiter.party and use the promo code SOS. It'll take $4.50 a month off of the Jupiter Party membership. But now, we don't have this wired as of this exact recording moment, but it should be by the time the episode's published. I'm going to try what I'm going to experiment with the name. I'm going to call them web zaps. So you can support the show through a web message. And if we get this working, you can use your debit card or your credit card. It should also support on-chain Bitcoin if you just don't have a new podcast app or Lightning Sats. And then you can send a message and your name. And I'm going to experiment with assigning that to a particular episode. So I'm going to generate a link every week. And if you go to weeklylaunch.rocks/zap, that'll point you to that week's web zap page. And then it'll go, anything you submit there will go to that episode. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's weeklylaunch.rocks/zap. It'll be a web form, and it uses Stripe on the back end. And so whatever Stripe supports,
right,
you can send a message, you set a value. If it's above a couple of bucks, we'll read it on the show. That's basically how it goes. Below a couple of bucks, we still save it and read it, but we don't read it on the show. And you can put a message in there and your name in there, and you don't need a podcast app. So that's something we'll try. And if it works, it could be a great way to keep the show going, because the tricky thing, and this is why it's a little crazy, is this is not like an advertiser attractive show. It's not something they want to sponsor necessarily. It's kind of a smaller show, but how do you describe the launch to somebody? If you were to pitch the launch, what do you say? It's a show where they talk about what? I guess if you said they talk about AI, then we could sell it. If you just said they talk about AI all the time, we could sell
Amazon.
That. Yeah, Amazon. And
Amazon 2 weeks in a row.
And Amazon's
and
efficiencies.
Sleep. Those are the three. We should categorize it.
AI-powered sleep.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? That's how I could probably sell it now.
Post
that I think
it on
about
AWS.
it. But that's not really what we want to do. We want to create something that's a unique show that doesn't sound like anything else you're listening to out there. And the way to really do that is value for value. So a couple options. You can keep boosting us, which we really appreciate. Thank you, everybody. It really stepped up. I can't believe we went from 0 to hero this week with the boost. We'll have the web zap, which will be linked at the website, or weeklylaunch.rock/zap. Or you can get the Jupiter Party discount if you're not already a party member. and save $4.50. Can't really afford to do it for everybody, so I'm not going to mention this on the other shows. It's exclusive to the launch. You go to Jupiter.party and use the promo code SOS. And hopefully you figure it out.
It's a quirky community show. Oh, but
It is,
also
isn't it?
side benefit if you're signing up for the party is that you also get the pre and post show of Linux Unplugged.
That's true. And this show here, quite the pre and post show. All right, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Moving on. So a lot of times, I try to come up with a big investment idea or maybe a new studio idea. This one, I think it's just fun. However, they don't lead in the sales pitch with the most fun thing about it.
Chris found a gem, an easy flip. Let's cash it in. It's barely standing, kinda scary, but potential's extraordinary. Just trust me, it's a winner. Just trust me, it's a winner.
All right,
okay,
so
I see the price.
Yeah.
And it's affordable.
Yeah.
Should I click it?
Yeah, go ahead. You can click this one. So $250,000.
Oh
and
my gosh.
It's 1,500 square feet. It's got 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. It has original pressed tin ceilings, exposed brick walls, wood floors, a walk-in closet, a private courtyard patio, light commercial zoning, so you could do a little work in there legally, offers flexibility for both living and working. And it really is a beautiful design. It's also a bank.
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
bank. Yeah, it's an old bank. It's impressive what they've managed to
I
do.
love it.
It looks really good.
It's kind of an open concept, but
Yes.
not really. Like, it's divided well enough that
You have sections. Like there's clearly a kitchen area.
My gosh, I love it.
It is actually really good. What's funny, if you look at the Zillow link that I've included in the show notes there.
Yeah. That's what I'm on.
Yeah. Do you notice how Zillow doesn't show the fact that it's a bank until like the very bottom after like 20 other pictures?
Well, so I'm on 13 of 35.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I'm not there yet, but I did
Yeah.
see in the article that I clicked on that was the first thing, and it's so cute.
Yeah. It's
From the
it's
outside?
a red brick building. The tin roof, pressed tin roof, is really nice. The wood floor looks immaculate.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I just thought this was a really fun one, but it's funny that they don't lead with the the whole bank factor.
There is a video stream for this show.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We also put the links in the show notes.
Yep. Picture 26 of 35. It says bank.
Yeah.
Right above the
26.
doors.
So yeah, the 26th picture of this place is when you discover that it's a bank.
Oh, and then it was something else on the backside. Did you see that? There's
definitely a history.
Some paint.
All right, I got another place for you that's a history.
Oh,
got some
okay.
history. It's
All
a
right.
distinctive property. It's in California. It's on the view from the highway, and it's been labeled a public nuisance. It's been, how I like homes with a bit of controversy. Built in 1976, last sold for $4.2 million because California's crazy.
Yep.
If you were ever to buy this, they will have no open hours. They will have no agent tours. Only serious buyers of this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom dwelling will be allowed, so don't inquire otherwise. Yeah, this is after it's gone through multiple remodels. This house is now known as the Flintstone House.
No, not Bedrock, but a bedroom community near San Francisco. Modern Stone Age digs not owned by Fred and Wilma, but by retired San Francisco Examiner publisher Florence Fang.
I like to drink.
She bought the pile for close to $3 million to entertain friends. But the property's been called a landscaping no-no by the town of Hillsborough, which says she didn't get the proper permits for her statues.
Dare to dream. Dare to challenge. Dare to make changes.
Changes Hillsborough calls a highly visible eyesore. It's fined her $200 and is suing to force her to remove them.
It would be the same process if she were putting Rodin statues up there.
Fang is countersuing the city and says her home has generations of fans. Motorists on a nearby interstate admire it while driving by.
Yabba dabba doo!
But so far, it's a yabba dabba don't. Kevin Tibbles, NBC News.
All right, so there you go. It's called the Flintstones house.
It is really ugly. It
it's
looks like it should be
pretty tacky.
SpongeBob's home or something under the water.
I didn't even get that it was a Flintstones reference. In
It
fact,
really is.
And then when I saw it, I thought, oh, like they made something and then they were trying to play it off as Flintstones. But then after reading it, no, they actually meant for it to be the Flintstones.
Wow.
I'm not even sure if it's all the dinosaurs and stupid colored fake mushrooms that are tacky, but I think it's the actual house itself and the kind of garish colors.
It's like Pueblo or whatever. Like, it's a weird
like an Adobe style kind of mud mold.
Round.
Yeah. With a really obnoxious kind of loud color scheme. However, that said, if you were driving by on the near highway and looked off into the distance and saw this place, you'd probably get a little kick out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of what they were going for. They considered it a work of art. The owner countersued and actually won.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah, they won the suit and now they're going for money from the city.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There is also, if you are so inclined for some reason, I have a video in the show notes. To me, also, like part of it is like the Fred Flintstone stuff kind of borders on creepy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks like it's like a Batman Joker version of Fred Flintstone.
Ew.
And the colors are so loud. If I was driving by, I would like it. If this was my neighbor,
right? No,
I think it'd get pretty old after a while.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd want my house next to this.
I would not want to live there.
No. Oh, God, no. Did you look at the interior photos?
No.
It almost
yes,
freaks
I did.
me out.
No.
It's
right?
like
it's
claustrophobic.
It's like not spray insulation, but spray plaster or
Yeah,
whatever
everywhere.
inside.
Everywhere.
Like, and there's no square cupboards. Like they're rounded.
No flat surface or no flat wall or anything.
It's bizarre.
I could like it for a minute, but like there's weird ball shapes hanging from the ceiling and stuff. It's just like I think I'd smack my head into stuff constantly. It's a fun thing to look at from the road, but beyond that, it's just wild. And what about that price though? It recently sold, or not recently, but a couple of years ago, sold for over $4 million.
That's crazy. So she doesn't live there anymore?
I'm not sure if that. I'm not
Oh.
sure. I'm not. I didn't. At a certain point, I started to get a little sick to my stomach. I couldn't look anymore. It was funny though, 'cause, basically the housing authority and then the city got involved. I mean, she got the full bureaucratic might thrown at her, and she won.
Yeah.
With that tacky house, really is something. So if you've ever driven by it and you've seen it, boost in and tell us what that was like, and if you like it or not. From where we're sitting, seems like a bit of an eyesore. All right. Links? Well, those are at weeklylaunch.rocks. We'd love it if you joined us live next Tuesday. Make it a vibe. Hang out in our mumble room or our chat room, or just listen at jblive.fm or jblive.tv, or catch it in your podcast app. It'll be out Wednesday morning for your download enjoyment and listening, hopefully for your commute. We hope you always get to listen every single week, and then let us know what you think. Don't forget you can call us too. We have the phone number in our show notes. And that new WebZap form also linked in the show notes. From the beautiful Pacific Northwest and the mighty American West Coast. Thanks for listening. See you next week.